Okay, so Assalamualaikum and very good morning. Okay, so before we start our session, uh, we will dah. Kita baca doa lah dulu. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Ngarut aku. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so uh, I hope everyone is in a good condition. Saya harap semua dalam keadaan yang sihat walafiat ada harapnya. Okay. Dengan keadaan PKP yang masih lagi disambung, kita masih lagi menggunakan pendekatan PDPR, pengajaran pembelajaran dari rumah. So, saya berharap walaupun kita belajar daripada rumah, semua orang dapat melaksanakan tugas masing-masing dengan sebaik-baiknya. Okay. So for today we are going to do some discussion about yesterday task. Ini kita nak bincang jawapan untuk soalan kemarin. Kemarin saya dah bagi soalan question 22, set 1 and set 2 berdasarkan modul yang saya bagi kat awak hari tu. So today we are going to discuss on the answer. Kita nak bincangkan jawapan dia. Okay, so everyone please make sure you are ready with your module. Okay. So for set 1, okay, macam biasa read the story below and answer the question that follow. Baca cerita dan jawab soalan yang berikutnya. Okay, so the story is a simple one. Cerita senang je. Words given pun tak payah mana. Okay, dan saya rasa tak ada pun perkataan-perkataan yang awak rasa awak tak tahu. Okay. Dan ceritanya pun mudah difahami. Kalau awak perasan, cerita ni cerita yang biasa kita dengar. Okay, cerita pasal ada si ayah dan si anak dengan si keldai. Okay, siapa kena naik siapa, siapa kena naik siapa. Okay, so farmer and the son wanted to sell their donkey, nak jual donkey. On their way, meet some girls, look at those fools. Okay, so fools ialah orang-orang yang bodoh. Okay, so another word for stupid is fools. Okay, kita boleh guna juga fools. Bukannya kita kena guna, kita boleh guna lah. Okay, they are walking instead of riding the donkey. Jalan kaki. Padahal boleh naik keldai tu. Okay, said one of the girl. When the farmer heard, he told his son to sit on the donkey. Bila petani ni dengar, dia suruh anak dia naik. Okay. A few minutes later, they saw some old man. Get down, you lazy boy. Okay, orang tua ni suruh anak dia turun. Get down and let your poor father ride. Jadi orang tua suruh budak tu turun, biar ayah dia yang naik. Okay. So the farmer quickly told his son to get down. Then he sat on the donkey while his son walked. Okay. So dia jumpa pula the third group, a group of women. Poor boy, he looked so tired. Siang ke budak ni, nampak penat. Okay, he should be riding on the donkey too. Dia pun kena naik juga keldai ni. Okay, so when he heard this, the farmer told his son to sit behind him on the donkey. Jadi, bila dengar je orang tukar begitu, petani kena kata, naik belakang. Okay, almost reach the town, they saw some villagers. One of them said, excuse me, does the donkey belong to you? Okay, adakah keldai kepunyaan awak? Okay, and please bear in your mind, excuse me, that is kita panggil polite gesture. Okay, excuse me ni benda yang sopan untuk kita buat. Okay, bila kita nak tanyakan sesuatu, kita nak minta sesuatu, kita kena mulakan dengan kita panggil polite gesture. Tingkah laku yang sopan. Okay, excuse me, please, I'm sorry. Tu benda-benda yang kita perlu biasakan diri kita untuk buat. Okay. Macam ke dalam adat Melayu lah. Kan, kalau adat Melayu kan kita nak lalu depan orang tua, kita kena jalan tunduk sikit. Kan, bila kita nak batuk ke, kita kena palingkan muka. So, tu kita panggil polite gesture. tingkah laku sopan. So in English, dalam percakapan dia biasa guna excuse me, I'm sorry, please. Nah, tu benda-benda yang kita panggil untuk menunjukkan kesopanan lah. Okay. So yes, reply the farmer. Poor animal, he can hardly walk. Kesian ke binatang ni, he can hardly walk. So walaupun dia animal, tapi dalam cerita ni dia pakai he. Okay, sebab ada masa kita boleh gunakan he untuk menggantikan it. Okay, jadi maknanya dia refer he tu kepada binatang. He tu bukannya untuk manusia. Tapi dalam cerita ni, he tu untuk binatang. Okay, Assalamualaikum and welcome to Amiza. Okay, we are discussing on question 22 set 1. So, Amiza, please be ready with your module. Okay, so kita sambung. You lazy people should get down and carry him instead. Jadi dia kata, awak dua orang ni kena turun, bawa akak si keldai ni, said the farmer. Okay, the farmer and his son quickly got down. He tied the donkey leg together, ikat kaki, carried him. Lepas tu angkat. The donkey start kicking. Okay, jadi dah binatang kalau kena ikat, dia gelepar lah. Okay, so it broke the rope and ran off. Dia putuskan tali dan dia lari. The farmer then realised that by trying to please everybody, he had satisfied nobody. Okay. Worse still, he had lost his donkey. Okay, jadi petani ni dia pun sedar bila dia cuba untuk menggembirakan orang lain, dia sebenarnya tidak menggembirakan siapa-siapa pun. Okay, worse still, he had lost his donkey. Okay, jadi the moral of the story is, dalam hidup ni, jangan terlalu kejarkan dia nak katakan, jangan terlalu puaskan hati orang lain. Kalau macam ada certain masa kita boleh puaskan hati orang. Tapi all the time, sepanjang masa, awak kena, yang pertamanya awak kena puaskan hati awak sendiri dulu. Okay. Jangan nak terlalu ikutkan kata orang. Orang kata, oh buat gini lah, buat gini. Jadi kita pun ikut. Sedangkan hati kita sendiri tak suka. Okay. Tapi ada masa kita kena ikut jugalah. Kalau macam kemuk awak suruh buat kerja sekolah ke, buat kerja sekolah. Janganlah pula kata, oh Seizak kata jangan puaskan hati orang. Jadi tak mau puaskan hati mak. Okay, jadi masalah pula gitunya. Okay. Most of the time. Okay, ada masanya kita kena belajar untuk puaskan hati kita. Okay, jangan terlalu, oh tak apa lah. Dia cover gini, kita pun buat gini. Okay. So, let's go through the question. Okay. Tick the correct answer. Why did the farmer take the donkey to the market? Anyone? To sell the donkey, to buy some things, to meet the villagers. So the answer will be, ada siapa-siapa yang nak share jawapan?
To sell the donkey.
Okay, thank you Mawar Kasih and Atira. Okay, so the answer is to sell the donkey. Okay, jawapan dia tu ada pada petikan pertama. Wanted to sell their donkey. Okay. Who asked the farmer's son to ride the donkey? The girls, the farmer, some old woman. Siapa yang suruh the farmer's son? So, siapa yang suruh anak petani tu naik? Girls ke, farmer ke, old woman ke? Yes, Haris Zikri?
The farmer.
Okay, so the farmer. Petikan tu, jawapan tu kita ambil daripada ni. Perenggan pertama, baris ketiga. Okay. Said one of the girls. So, when the farmer heard this, he told his son to sit on the donkey. So, the answer will be?
The girl.
Okay, the girl. Okay, Assalamualaikum and welcome Syafiqah Hidayah. Okay, so next we will go through question 22C. Okay, what happened when the farmer and his son tied the donkey's leg? So anyone? Anyone want to share their answer? His or her answer, sorry. Ramadhani Awatif, care to share?
When the farmer and his son tied the donkey's leg, it started kicking and broke the rope and ran off.
Okay, so thank you. So the answer can be seen on the last paragraph, perenggan terakhir sekali. Okay, the donkey start kicking, it broke the rope and ran off. Okay, so macam biasa kalau kita nak mulakan ayat tu, nak letak mula-mula pun tak ada masalah, nak teruskan dengan jawapan pun tak ada masalah. Okay. Ya. So the donkey started kicking. Okay, just make sure the answer, sorry, kicking dulu dah. Okay, just make sure the answer is in past tense. Pastikan jawapan tu dalam past tense. Sebab apa? Sebab soalan dia, what happened? So, jawapan tu mesti dalam bentuk past tense. So, started, ran off, broke. Okay, so this is the answer for C. Okay, so D, why do you think the farmer and his son should have listened to everyone? Do you think that they should listen to everyone? Why? So anyone want to answer this? Ada siapa-siapa nak jawab D? Yes, no? Anyone? Tak apalah. Tolong jawab lah. Sorry. Okay, so the answer will be yes. Sorry, yes pula dah. No. Okay, jadi maknanya jangan, tak perlu dengar pun sebenarnya kata-kata orang. Okay, so why? Okay, sentiasa mulakan jawapan awak dengan it is because. Okay, no, it is because they will not satisfy anybody. Okay, tak perlu dengar sebab mereka tidak akan memuaskan hati siapa-siapa. Jawapan ni ada pada petikan baris terakhir sekali. He had satisfied nobody. Okay. Okay. And one more the thing I want to share with you. Satu tip yang saya nak berkongsi. Okay. When you are trying to write a story ke, nak jawab soalan macam ni ke, you can always, siapa-siapa yang ada laptop tu, komputer, awak boleh cuba construct jawapan tu dalam Word. Okay. Contohnya, kejap. Saya kena tukar. Okay. Contohnya bila sebuat jawapan dalam Word, sekiranya ada perkataan kita salah eja, contohnya satisfied ni saya salah eja. Apa nak naik? Oh, what happened? Sekejap Okay, contoh. Listen to everyone, they meet. Dia salah eja sini. Kita salah T-H-A-Y. Jadi dia akan keluar terus tanda garis ni. Jadi kita just klik kanan, kita boleh jawapan kataan yang betulnya. Satisfied ni pun ada merahnya di sini. Okay, ada merah kan? Jadi kita klik kanan, kita boleh dapatkan ejaan yang betul. Okay, one of the tips to write story, write sentences. Okay. And last, what do you think we can learn from this story? Apa yang kita boleh pelajari daripada cerita ni? Anyone? Ada siapa-siapa nak berkongsi jawapan untuk E? Anyone? Masih ada lagi di sana? Hello, anyone? Ama? Dengar tak suara saya? Dengar. Allah, Ama baring. Mau tidur, Ma? So, Ama answer for E. 22E, Ma?
Tak nak.
Ha?
Tahu.
Tak tahu? Oh, berat nanang. So, Alisha, what do you think we can learn from the history? From the story, sorry.
I think we can always consider anyone else's opinion.
I think we can or can't.
Can't.
Okay. We can't always listen to Okay, so I think we can't always listen to everyone's opinions. Okay, so that is one of the moral of the story. Sorry. Okay, I think we can't always listen to everyone's opinions. Okay. Any other answer? Farzana, maybe?
What I think we can learn from this story is that we cannot just do what other people tell you without thinking truly, because we never know what the cost of doing it.
Oh. Yep. Again, please.
What I think we can learn from this story is that we cannot just do what other people tell you without thinking truly, because we never know what the cost of doing it.
Okay. Okay, welcome Filza. We cannot just do everything people tell us to do. without thinking truly, because we don't know what it will cost us. Okay, a good answer. Okay, and again, uh, semakin panjang jawapan awak, semakin banyak kemungkinan untuk salah. Okay, terutamanya dengan perkataan ni. Truly ialah thinking truly maknanya berfikir semasak-masaknya. Okay, so for me truly is high level word. Truly ni perkataan yang level tinggi. Saya pun dah ingat anak eja tadi. Mujurlah se tarik dalam word. Jadi word tolong ejakan untuk se. Okay, so if you want to use this kind of word, make sure you got the spelling correctly. Okay, pastikan ejaan awak tu betul. Okay, kejap Okay, so we have done with our set 1. Okay, again, skrip jawapan ni saya akan share dalam group nanti. Okay, so let's go through set 2. Okay, cerita pasal Terengganu. Okay, bukan cerita sebenarnya, dia lebih kepada conversation. Okay, speech, kind of speech lah. Dia nak bagi tahu tourist guide, nak memberitahu tentang kehadiran sampainya ke Kuala Terengganu. Okay, so Fazana boleh baca lah. Sebab dia mungkin ada apa nak kenal lagi jalan-jalan di Terengganu. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Kuala Terengganu. We'll stop at this town for 4 hours. Okay, free to go where you like, but please return to bus punctually. Okay, so punctually ialah dengan tepat. At 2 PM, we will go on to Dungun and Kemamang in the evening. If you wish to go to the waterfront along Sungai Terengganu, walk down Jalan Masjid and turn right at the junction into Jalan Sultan Ismail. Go straight until you reach the jetty. Along the way to the jetty, you will pass Handicraft Center. So handicraft ni saya rasa tahu belaka dah. Kita dah buat soalan yang Thailand Bangkok hari tu. Okay, so handicraft ialah apa dia panggil tu? Craft tangan. Okay. Called Desa Craft at the jetty, turn right. Along waterfront, many stalls selling fish. Of course, Terengganu memang terkenal dengan ikan. All the fish are fresh and just brought back by the fishermen. Across the river is Pulau Buyong, which is famous for boat building. Not Pulau Buyong, actually Pulau Duyung. Kang, this ada spelling error, sorry. Most tourists enjoy shopping at the central market, Pasar Payang. Okay, there are all kind of Malaysian handicrafts such as batik and songket on sale. You can also buy local food at reasonable prices. Try the keropok leko, which is made from fish and sago. Okay, sago in Malay, sagu lah. Okay, so dia perkataan yang sama je sebenarnya. Cuma English dia pinjam sagu, dia cuma tukar ejaan jadi sago. Still lagi benda yang sama. Asal usulnya pun sagu. Okay, to go to the central market, Pasar Payang, walk up this road and turn left into Jalan Jail. At the end of Jalan Jail, turn right into Jalan Banggul. The market is just around the corner. Jalan Jail ni saya tak pernah tahu. Jalan Banggul ni ada. Bukan Bonggol, Jalan Banggul sebenarnya. Another place to visit is the State Museum. Museum Negeri. Many things about Terengganu that you could learn and it is worth a visit, but I suggest you take a taxi to get there. The main part of the museum is built on 16 stilts. Stilts ialah tiang. Kalau pernah pergi ke Museum Terengganu ni dia museum yang bertiang. Bawah tu ada tiang sebenarnya. Okay. Have a pleasant time but remember to be back here on time. So the interesting fact about Terengganu State Museum, Terengganu State Museum is one of the not one is the largest museum at Southeast Asia. Okay, the Museum Negeri Terengganu adalah museum yang paling besar di Asia, Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia. Anda Asia mana tu? Asia Tenggara. Saya tak pasti Southeast Asia. Apa pun tahu kan. Jadi museum paling besar. Okay. Nah. So dan dia salah satu museum yang dibina bertiang. Bawah-bawah dia tu ada tiang sebenarnya. Dia macam ke seni bina bangunan zaman dulu kala. Kan bangunan dulu kan dia bawah tu bertiang. Atas tu baru bangunan. So the Museum Negeri Terengganu dia museum yang bertiang di bawahnya. So ni tu maksudnya 16 stilts. So maknanya bawah tu ada tiang. Okay. So the text is straightforward. Teksnya senang je. Perkataan pun senang. Tak ada yang payah-payah pun. Boat building, reasonable, benda-benda simple. Okay. So let's go through the question. So A, tour bus had arrived in Kuala Terengganu at in the morning, in the evening, at night. So in the morning ke, evening ke, at night? Anyone? Filzah maybe?
In the morning, sir.
Okay, so kenapa in the morning?
Sebab dia kata our tour bus will stop at this town for 4 hours and return to the bus at 2 p.m.
Okay, so we stop at the town for 4 hours. Nak berhenti 4 jam. Return at 2 p.m. Kena balik sebelum pukul 2. So pukul 2, pukul 1, pukul 12, pukul 11. So dia sampai di Kuala Terengganu pada waktu pagi. Okay, so in the morning. Okay, to go to the waterfront. Waterfront ialah kawasan menghadap sungai. Itu kita maksudnya waterfront, kawasan menghadap sungai. Okay, the tourist will have to walk down Jalan Masjid and go across the river, turn right at the junction, stop at Desa Craft first. So anyone?
Turn right at the junction.
Okay, turn right at the junction. Where can you find the answer? Jawapan tu kita boleh jumpa kat mana?
Perenggan nombor 2.
Okay, second paragraph. Di mana ni? Turn right at the junction into Jalan Sultan Ismail. Okay, so thank you Mawar. Okay. Next, how can you go to the central market? Ni soalan yang memerlukan kita kena faham begini direction. So how to go to central market? Lagi central market pada perenggan keempat. Sorry, perenggan keempat dulu dah. So central market ada perenggan keempat. Baris ketiga. Anyone? So does anyone want to share how to go to the central market? Lagi central. Ada siapa-siapa boleh bagi tahu macam mana cara nak pergi ke central market? Amiza maybe? Amiza, are you there? Ada.
I have to walk up this road and turn left into Jalan Jail. At the end of Jalan Jail, turn right into Jalan Bonggol. The market is just round the corner.
Okay. Jawapan tu betul. Cuma ada satu benda je yang kena tukar. Iaitu this road. Sorry. No, dah tukar dah. This road tu maknanya jalan yang mula-mula dia duduk tu. Okay, so the answer is on fourth paragraph, perenggan keempat. Ambil balik je. Walk up this road and turn left into Jalan Jail. At the end of Jalan Jail, turn right into Jalan Banggol. The market is just around the corner. Okay. Bila soalan yang memerlukan kita copy balik jawapan, make sure you got the spelling right. Okay, jawapan ni senang je. Kita salin balik je. Daripada walk out ni salin sampailah round the corner. Cuma pastikan ejaan tu kena jaga. Sebab macam saya kata saat ni lah. Semakin panjang jawapan tu, semakin tinggi, semakin banyak peluang untuk buat salah. Okay. So, jawapan senang tapi cara untuk kita salin tu menentukan jawapan waktu betul ke salah. Okay, so thank you Amiza. In your opinion, what would the tourist probably buy in Terengganu? Give a reason. Ni kena tanya orang jauh lah. So Farzana, what would you buy in Terengganu? Farzana?
In my opinion, the tourists probably buy kerupuk leko in Terengganu because it is so delicious and it is originally from there.
Okay. So, of course lah kalau macam ke Terengganu, the tourists will probably buy sorry. Okay, would buy keropok leko because it is so delicious and originally from. Okay. And originally from Terengganu. Okay. So, delicious tu jawapan yang biasa. Cuma saya suka dengan jawapan originally from Terengganu. Okay. So, that answer really fit the question. Jawapan tu betul-betul kena dengan soalan. Sebab apa? Sebab soalan dia kata probably buy in Terengganu. So, jawab bila kita kata original from Terengganu, maknanya memang tak confirm dah. Sebab apa beli benda ni? Sebab memang benda Terengganu je ada. Okay, dia tak sama kalau kita kata beli keychain ke, kita beli fridge magnet ke. Okay, benda tu yes, turis akan beli. Tapi kenapa nak beli di Terengganu? Okay, so buy keropok leko because it is originally from Terengganu. Okay, so welcome. Siapa baru masuk tadi ya? Umi Sajidah ni siapa ya?
Saya sir. Saya.
Nurhan.
Sorry,
saya tak tahu buat nama lain.
Telefon ada dengan mak pergi cocok asing.
Dah so ni telefon siapa?
Telefon kakak.
Tak apalah. Okey. Tak apa. Yang sebelum-sebelum tu nanti saya akan share dalam saya akan bagi link dalam YouTube. Awak boleh tengok semula.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you again. Okay. So let's continue. If you were a tourist, okay, kalau awak ni seorang pelancong, which part of Kuala Terengganu would you visit? Okay, so for this I would like Atirah, which part would you like to visit? Katakanlah awak daripada Korea. Awak nak pergi melancong kat mana kalau Kuala Terengganu ni? Atirah? Or maybe anyone want to share? If you were a tourist, kalau awak seorang pelancong, maybe Nurhan maybe? Nurhan nak jawab ke soalan last sekali ni? Kalau awak pelancong, awak nak pergi mana kat Terengganu ni? Kejap Pergi mama. Betul pergi mama. Okay. Sorry. I have some matters to attend to. Yes lah, PDPR kah? So, anyone want to share? Ada siapa-siapa nak berkongsi jawapan? Faizati? Anyone? Senyap je belaka, tidur dah ke? Tak apalah, kalau gitu biasa je lah jadi turisnya. Okay, so if I were a tourist, which part of the Terengganu, Kuala Terengganu I would visit? Okay, I would say that I will go to museum. So, I would visit the State Museum. So, it is because I can learn a lot about okay. So that is my answer. If I were a tourist, I would visit the State Museum. It is because I can learn a lot about Terengganu history at there. Okay. Apa nak pergi museum? Sebab di museum tu kan ada banyak benda-benda lama. Jadi kita boleh belajar tentang benda-benda lama di sana. Okay. Dan satu benda lagi yang menarik tentang Museum Terengganu. Museum Terengganu ada kereta api. Okay, mana-mana tempat tak ada kereta api, Museum Terengganu ada kereta api. Okay, jadi siapa-siapa yang dok kenal kereta api, boleh pergi ke Museum Terengganu selepas habis PKP nantilah. Okay. So, we have finished with our section 2. We have finished with our set 2 and set 1. So, does anyone have anything to ask? Ada persoalan nak tanya apa-apa? Anyone? Senyap sepi je masing-masing ni. Still there? Ada di situ lagi ke?
Ada.
Nah, ingatkan tidur dah. Amar biasanya dia main ni masa ni. Dia main robot masa ni. Dah buat robot dah ke? Dah buat robot ke hari ni?
Buat robot.
So, anyone else? Any question? Ada apa-apa soalan? Okay, so if there are no question, kalau tak ada soalan benda-benda dah, so that's all for today. Sekian untuk hari ni. Okay, thank you for participating in our first Google Meet session. Terima kasih sebab menyertai Google Meet pada hari ni. InsyaAllah lepas ni kita akan cuba buat lagi dengan penyertaan lebih ramai dan juga penglibatan yang lebih aktif. Sebab setakat ni saya rasa sejak cakap ni. Okay. So, everyone please take care of yourself. Okay, PKP kita dah habis lagi. Okay, hello Filzah. Semakin kembang di situ. Ingat ya, PKP sentiasalah berada di rumah. Okay. Jaga diri dan jaga makan. Okay. So that's all for today. Okay. Thank you very much again. So I hope I will meet you again as soon as possible. Harap-harapnya sekolah bukalah secepat yang mungkin. So that's all for today. A lot of thank you from me. Okay. So Assalamualaikum and goodbye.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, Mawar kasih.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you the Ramadhani.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank you,
Nurhan.
sir.
Thank you Fazana. Thank you
Thank
Hari
you, sir.
Zikri. Thank you Amiza. Thank you Alisha.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you Filza.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you Nurhan.